What's up guys, my name is Tim and this weekend was hot. Like really unbearably hot. It was like stupid hot. I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell any of you, this weekend was brutal. If you're from New Jersey like I am or anywhere nearby, you felt it. It was a terrible heat wave that affected the whole East Coast. I'm pretty sure Florida is uninhabitable now. Wait, what? Never mind, it was like that before. If you're wondering if I was booked on any weddings this weekend, I was not. I spent the whole weekend in a pool. However, I know there's plenty of people that did get married, so I did want to talk about that. So what do you do if your wedding is scheduled during a heat wave? Do you just reschedule, or do you have to fill your tuxedos with ice packs or something? I will say this, for anybody that did get married, I'm sure their wedding went absolutely perfect. The heat is just one unexpected thing that you have to work around. So for anyone getting married in the future that is concerned about this one thing, here are some helpful things to think about. So unless you're eloping and have some Vegas chapel wedding for your vision, 10 times out of 10, you're booking this pretty far out. Your venue is typically the first thing that gets booked, and that could be a year or 2 years prior to the date of your wedding. There's no possible way to predict what the weather is going to be like. And the weather might be useless to stress out about, but it is something that you should prepare for. So if you're having your ceremony and your reception indoors with air conditioning, this might not be something that you have to worry too much about. But for anybody that is looking to have their ceremony outside or their reception even, it might be worth looking into having an indoor option as a backup plan. Now this might not be an option for everybody, but at least if you have something that is covered or shaded, this is going to help a lot. One thing that's definitely going to help is making sure everything starts on time. Your guests are going to go by the timing that's on the invitation, so if things get pushed back at all, your guests might be sitting outside in the uncomfortable heat longer than they need to. While they are waiting, it might be good to think about things that you can do to make them a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes having a station for water or fans out that they can cool themselves off with is all the difference. This also goes for outdoor ceremonies in the colder months. Putting anything out that they can cover themselves up with to warm up a little bit is a really nice gesture. When it comes to receptions, if indoor is not an option, here's a couple things that might help. They do make tents with cooling systems, so if you're able to work that in your budget last minute, it might be a good thing to look into. But again, having a tent or a shaded area for them to get away from the sun for a little bit is definitely super necessary. Anything that you can do to keep your guests' comfort in mind is definitely not going to go unappreciated. Now, as a vendor or somebody working in this kind of heat, you obviously have the things that go without saying. It's like all the stuff that your mom would tell you. Make sure you drink plenty of water, don't overexert yourself, and this might be one of those things that I don't have to mention, but definitely dress appropriately. I feel like this goes both ways. You definitely don't want to overdress, but don't forget it is a formal event and you still have to dress professionally. Just imagine the guys are probably still in full suits, so also a small note, just keep tabs on your equipment. If you can keep it in the shade, it's probably a good idea. I've never personally had any issues with my cameras, but every camera is different and some tend to overheat even just using them for too long. And the biggest piece of advice I can give you is make sure you check on your couples. This should go for any wedding regardless of what the temperature is, but something as simple as just asking them throughout the day if they need anything is huge. And those are just a few things that I feel like are going to be really helpful if your wedding day ends up being a little bit too hot. If you can think of anything else, make sure to leave it in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, follow me on Facebook and Instagram at WeddingPhotoNJ. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay cool out there.